sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jeannie if you're new, and this is my channel Sunflower Among Roses. Fall has already been busy. It just was fall a couple days ago, but I have been very busy around the house doing all sorts of things, so getting ready for fall. This is my favorite season and I absolutely love fall. So I just wanted to show you a few things that I've gotten recently. I went thrifting, I think yesterday, but I wanted to show you, this is probably one of my favorite things. It is this gorgeous, look how huge this thing is. Here's my head. So it's a gorgeous Ironstone. It says, gosh, I always try to do this without my glasses. Edwin Knowles China Company. This is a big water pitcher, so it's got lots of beautiful, I don't know if you guys can see it, but look here if you can see it, but it's got beautiful, beautiful crazing all over it. It's so pretty. I just love that look. So it's very fancy, which is not so much like me, but I'm trying to, what do you call it, explore more options for white pitchers because I just love them. So that was off Macari, and it was, I don't remember how much it was, but it was beautiful. So it was a one-of-a-kind thing, so we're not going to be able to find it anywhere. This is another thing that's absolutely huge. I got this at the Goodwill for $1.99, and it's, I mean, it's huge. Here's this big pitcher. So it's kind of a plain color. I'm not sure if I'll leave it like this or if I'll stain it or paint it, but it's really, really pretty. The next thing that I got that I thrifted is this adorable, oh, hold on, I'm stuck. Whoops, hold on. I lost you, hold on. Obviously, I am not using my, sorry. You see me? Sorry, I'm not using my tripod right now. I'm just propped up, and that didn't work when I hit it. So this is a sweet little vintage looking bag to me, and it has just a little wrist strap, but it's very cute. I'm sorry if you can hear my puppies barking out there, but it's a Urban Expressions. And it's got a zippered pocket in it, inside of it, and it must have a magnet because it stays like that. It's really cute. It was $5.99 at the thrift store, and y'all know I love these little doilies. I just think they're so precious. They're so dainty and beautiful, and gosh, I wish I could do this, but they look so pretty against black or brown. And it was $1.69. I also found this, I think it's called a dresser scarf. Let's see if you can see this beautiful, I can't see my camera because I have the front of it because I have my greenery here, but it's just a beautiful, see, it's like a dogwood or something, dogwood blooms, but it's, see, it's a nice, beautiful cream color. And I got this for $2.99. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Also got these sweet little, three little, they're just Martha Stewart condiment bowls, I guess, but they're just sweet. I just thought they were really cute, and they're white. I also got these three darling little, I mean, they're a little bit big for butter pats, but they're Strawberry Street, and I just thought they were really pretty. There's a set of 4, and I just think that'll look really pretty in my china cabinet. Another thing I got, and this was, no, I bought both of those I bought both of those at the Goodwill. So this is one of those old bowls, like a stoneware bowl, I think. I'm not sure if that's the right thing. It says Made in USA, JWW, so that may be, I don't know. but it's very old and it's just a good size. So I have quite the collection of those right here already. So, and people, I guess when they price them, they don't know what they're worth. So, which is good for Goodwill. Just saying. This is a Ironstone platter, but it's a small one, and I just love it. I have several this size already, but not the shape. I just thought it was really, really pretty. And another Ironstone platter. It just says USA on the back. And it's got a little tiny chip on it, and a couple in the front too, but I don't care. I like them that way. I also found, let me show you. Also found these 3 little pumpkin gourd things that were at the thrift store for like $1.29 for the package of 3. And another darling doily. I just think it's really, really pretty. I just love it's hard to show you the shape of it like this. So I guess I could put it down and show you, but I will. Also went to Target and got a couple things. Oh, I left it in the laundry room, but I'll show it to you. I got this little, from the dollar spot, it's just a little riser. It was $5. And now that I'm thinking about it, did I get it from Target or did I get it from Dollar General? But I think I got it from Target. Another thing I got, I went into Hobby Lobby and I got these beautiful pheasants. I saw them several weeks ago when I showed y'all the haul, my shop with me at Hobby Lobby, but I wasn't sure about the color, and I'm still not sure about the color, but I do have quite a few brass things, so I may just kind of put it with that. So I just think they're pretty, and of course everything's 50% off right now. Also got a set of these beautiful candles, and they were not on sale, believe it or not. They were in the regular candle section, and candles were on sale this week, but they had to be $2.99 and above, so I didn't mind paying $1.59 for each candle because they just look really pretty. So there's a couple other things I want to show you, but let me grab my camera. So here is that pretty doily flat. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. Isn't that pretty? Actually I know it's a little boring. It's a little bland color, but I had these 3 little, oops, sorry, it's hard to do this one-handed, y'all. Had these styled right here on one of my side tables right here. So let me show you. Oh, the other thing I bought at Target. Let me show you. Let me show you. So I did not have it sitting here, but there we go. I bought this beautiful candle. It's a 2-wick candle, and I don't know what it was, what flavor it was, but it was only $10, I think, and it smells very light and yummy. The other thing I bought at Target, and I'm sorry my stove is dirty because I just made the soup, but I made this beautiful chicken soup with barley and grains and some veggies and onions, and it just really good. It's my let's stay well so we don't get all my coworkers yuck stuff. Everybody's at work is sick. We had another two nurses out today, so we were 4 nurses short. So this is another thing I recently got off of Macari right here. It's a daisy butter churn. I've always wanted one of these, and it actually works. I mean, and it didn't try to churn butter in it, so I can't say it really works, but I just think it's really pretty. I just love the patina of this part of it, and the glass is all intact, and the wood paddles are so pretty. So I also got this from, I think I showed y'all this. I got this from Walmart recently. It was just a couple bucks. So here's another one that I bought last season. This another pumpkin there. So let me show y'all here. What was I going to show you in here? Oh, I got this off of Macari too. It's a porcelain butter or cookie mold. I just thought it was really pretty, a pretty design. And here's that other candle that I got. So I got 2 of those. So, and I put the ones that I got recently at Hobby Lobby. I put them in these gorgeous things, and they still have these this year, but I got them last year, and they're just so pretty against this white. And I recently got these sweet little butter pats too off of Macari, and I didn't pay much, like 30 bucks for all 4 of them. And this is a vintage, sorry, I don't know if you can see it that well, but this is a vintage toast holder, and I also got one of those at the thrift store too, but that's a porcelain one, but I got a metal one. Recently got this too. It's a wood butter candy cookie mold, and I think it's European, because this looks like lots of stuff from Holland, the windmills and stuff, and that's some sort of maybe a bird, maybe a squirrel, and I'm not sure what that is, but I just like them. I think they're really pretty. Please don't fall. Also got this wooden butter mold here, and that's just one of those rectangle ones. So I wanted to show you real quick here. Also thrifted this recently. It's a little beat up, and I don't care. It's it was like $1, and it's stuck in there. I don't know why I can't get it off. Come on. Anyways, I can't get it back in, but it's just a pumpkin. And I can't remember where I got these, but oh, I got them off of Amazon. I remember now. And they're pretty. They're just, it's a bright pop of color, so I just like them. Another thing I recently got, and I kind of got it for my husband and I both because it's just beautiful. This is from Macari. Let me take these pumpkins off here. This is a German cigar mold. Let's see if I can move these babies because I don't want to mess it up. Those are dried florals. Aren't they beautiful? So this is my husband occasionally, occasionally, like once a month or twice a month, will have cigars. So a cigar. So I don't know if I can get this off with one hand. Hold on. Look how old and patinaed my little thing is. That's when I got it at the church yard sale. It's funny how I remember everything where I got it. Okay. So this little thing just lifts up, and this is how they mold the cigars into the proper shape. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? I got this off of Macari too for 40 bucks, which I just love the wood patina, and it has such a lovely old smell to it. I think it was in somebody's attic or something. It just smells great. And it's funny, my husband says, "Oh my God, that's beautiful. I've always wanted one." And I see them at specialty cigar shops and stuff, and they're just outrageous. I'm like, I can't afford that. Or they're not for sale. Usually they're not for sale. So, anyways, I started looking for them for sale and found it. And for right now, this is where I'm going to put it. But, that's it. This is my little, I thrifted this as well. It's a, old dresser. I painted it and sanded, antiqued it a little bit and put the glass knobs, and I just love it. This is another thing I recently got off Macari. I got this one and a little tiny baby one as well. They're little egg baskets. I just think it's just sweet. This is another doily. It's a larger size one. I love the little rosettes on it, but that's another doily that I recently thrifted. And if you look, like most of this stuff is thrifted. These couple are from Target last year, these pumpkins. I don't know where this one's from, maybe Hobby Lobby, I'm not sure, but all these are my brushes. My thrifted brushes, and I just love them. These were from the dollar store a couple years ago. I don't know about the candlesticks, I'm not sure, but remember I thrifted these recently, and these are, we got some to-go bottles at the brewery we were at in Maggie Valley. So this is 2 of them I cleaned out. I just think they're pretty. See, I think that turned into a nice little display there. So I had my 2 little, what do you call it? Those birds. The birds that I had, pheasants. I had them right here, so I just wanted to show you that real quick. I also got this pair of Brooks, like brand new looking, off of Macari too, for pretty cheap. So, and I also got that Grateful sign up there, believe it or not, from the dollar store, Dollar General. And I think it looks so nice up there with its soft colors. And y'all, I redid this table several times. I don't know if I told y'all about this, but it was, you know, I had this table while my kids were growing up, and it was wood, and it started gumming up on me, and, you know, like the finish didn't, you know, it stopped being pretty after a while. It was like these little things gathered crumbs and stuff, and it was terrible. So I painted it black, and I didn't really care for it black. I left it that way for a couple years, and then I painted it white, and I'm like, I don't really like that either. So I started messing with it one day, and I just started sanding and sanding until I liked what I saw. I love sanding for one thing, which if there was a job just to sand something, I would love that. But I'm sure there is, but it probably wouldn't pay enough for my lifestyle. But anyways, I started sanding it and got it to where I really liked it. And then I put some, you know, the wood wax, just the, you know what I'm talking about, the little wax that you rub in and buff off. It's furniture wax of some kind, I don't know, just a clear wax, and I put that on there to preserve it, and I love how it turned out. I'm trying to do a project with my chairs here. I have 2 of them outside. I did the oven cleaner method on them, and it didn't do a whole lot, and I did it a second time, and then I used steel wool. It faded a lot, but I mean, it faded some, but not a whole lot. So I think I'm going to have to bleach them maybe, because they're a little bit too, I don't know, they're not really, they're brown, but they're really beat up. I don't know if y'all can even tell. I know you can't on camera, but these things are beat to heck. There's paint on them. They're scratched and scuffed, and I don't mind that, but you can see where, you know, gosh, our kids beat the crap out of them when they were, and then I'm always dragging them around. These are my only stable chairs I can stand in, because the ones around my dining room table are not as sturdy. So I wanted to show you all this also. I think I showed it to you in my part 1 of my fall home tour, but I just used, this is an old tequila bottle, believe it or not. This is an old bottle, a true old bottle right here. And then this is one of the Hobby Lobby ones, and I put a couple of those crocheted pumpkins up there. But I got a package of 5 of these Dundee marmalades jars off of Macari for $100. It was a lot, but for those, that's a really good deal. I just couldn't pass it up when she took my offer. I was like, whoa. So I've decorated a few of those. You can't even see this one because the the foliage is in the way, but I have a couple of my treasured antique, these are not antique, creamers here. And then I have lots. This is a base to one of the oil lamps here, but it was at an antique shop, or it was at a thrift store, and I couldn't pass up, couldn't leave it there. So I got it, and I think it looks cool up there. And then I have a collection of old bottles in the middle, old bottles on the right there, and then just some bottles here. I have this old, I don't know where I got the pumpkin patch one, but it's from a few years ago. This is a growler that we got from a brewery in Georgia. And this is a Hobby Lobby one. It's just a brown amber glass bottle. And then I have a couple of creamers and pitchers up here, white pitchers. So I just love the way it turned out. And just for something different, I turned around all my Ray Dunn, just for something a little different. And y'all know I got this beautiful sunflower pumpkin. I think I spent too much for it. It was like 20 bucks. By the time I finished it, it was like 50% off or 60% off. So it was $39.99 minus 60% off, which was kind of high. And of course, another one of my doilies. I love those. I got this a while back. I can't remember. I think I got it. Oops. That's a leaf. I thrifted it a while back, but I just love sunflowers. So I also thrifted this little sweet set of, it's called something, but I don't know what it's called, but it's an old set from the 70s. I just thought it would look really good for fall. And then I have a sweet little sweet fall, and this is a little Macari thing that I bought and kind of, I don't think I stained it or anything, but I glued them together because it was two separate, and I glued them together. And this is an old, also Macari special here, but it's a just an old crock with a lid, and I love the lid. But another doily, but it's a different kind of doily. And I showed y'all all of this. I got this at Joann's, I think. And I just love the way all the colors look in here. I did not mean to get off on this gamut, y'all, but I just wanted to show y'all some pretties today. I turned around all that stuff here too. I still have my old old crock down here full of the potato mashers and stuff. I have a bunch of them. I don't even know if that's, oh yeah. And I have other stuff in there too, obviously. And then I have an old picnic basket with an old shuttle on top of it. Let me show you over here. Hope this isn't too much of a mess. Okay. Another thing I got, this was, I thrifted that recently. It's actually a bank, but it's a little mini coffee. It says for savings, so it's a bank of some kind, but it's pretty old still. I got this at Hobby Lobby the other day, and so it was 50% off. Food safe, hand wash only. So, and I also, while I was at Hobby Lobby, I got these sweet little spoon sets. And you know, my thing is sunflowers, so I got the sunflower ones. They have pumpkins, they have fall leaves, and I just like this one. So, I mean, it matches. So, also thrifted this the other day for $1.39 yesterday. It's just a little silver sugar bowl. I know there's so much stuff up here, y'all, but I just love this area right here, and it's so easy to decorate and stuff. I got this sweet little thing from Hobby Lobby. It's a little scooper. We actually keep our coffee in here. This is my chia seeds because I make Greek yogurt, the fat-free Greek yogurt with frozen fruit. I don't know why and then I just kind of let it, you know, by the time I get to it at work, it's, you know, it's just nice and cool by then. So this is another thing I thrifted. Now, not this, these are the reusable paper towels. I got this at Hobby Lobby. It was a set of 10 maybe, for $14.99 with 50% off. But this is another one of those vintage toast holders, which is such a funny thing to me. But I just thought it looked cute with this, with the little towels in there, because it's nice if I have a spill or want to clean something up or wipe off the counter, I can just grab one. Or if I'm washing the dishes or anything. But that's my little, this doesn't belong here, but this is my little coffee bar setup. So it's quite large, and this has nothing to do with my coffee bar, but this is my dishwasher tab. So it's just nice and convenient. One of those soap things. So I think, oh, I also bought a couple of mums today while I was at Lowe's. They're having a 2 for $10 for the, I don't know what size they were, but I got they were $6.98 a piece. They're a good size, so I'll show them to you tomorrow. But I got the purple ones. I just thought they were pretty, and they had the most buds on them, but they weren't open at all. So I had to trust that that was the color, but it doesn't matter to me. I just think they're beautiful. So I will show you all those with the rest of my home tour, okay? And I can't think of anything else. Oh, yeah. Sorry, my trash can's open, y'all. But these are some towels that I recently got from Joann's as well. And I just think they're so pretty. And everything was 60% off when I bought them. I think they're pretty. And I also got this. This was... it says Hobby Lobby, so it was $4.99 with 50% off. This is last year Hobby Lobby, and I waited so long to get it. I've wanted it for years, and I finally got it. So this is a candle that I got from Joann's. $7.99 minus 50% off. Spiced pumpkin, creamy spiced pumpkin. Oh, spiced pumpkin, creamy vanilla and nutmeg, it says. And I don't know if y'all remember this. Sorry, that's my little daily word. I got this from Joann's a while back, and I found this sweet little, it had a little plasticky, cheap, what do you call it? Where's my words? Frame around it. So I found this wooden one at a thrift store. Well, I cracked it just a tiny bit while I was putting it on there, but that's okay. It's got cute little feet on it. I just thought it was adorable. So I just put it up there because you see it's all plastic around. So this just made it look a little bit more, and maybe one day my husband can use the little grips, what do you call those things? The things that press it. Anyways, I got these from Hobby Lobby a couple of seasons ago too, but y'all remember this sweet little miniature cup that I thrifted a while back? I just think it's sweet, so I just leave it there. It's not really useful for anything, but I like it. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Daily Word, but I grew up looking at Daily Word. My grandmother and my mom were both subscribers, and it's just a sweet little devotional. It's just enough to, like when you're drinking your cup of coffee while you're whatever. Sometimes I even leave it in my car because it's just a sweet little book, and it doesn't take long to go through, but it's, Christian based, and it's a subscription, and I just love having it. It's inexpensive, but they have a prayer line and all this kind of stuff, but I just like it. It doesn't feel like it's false or anything, and I really love it. They also have a large print version of it as well, because I remember that's what my grandmother got. But I love having this there. I even have a little one at work. I keep at work, so if I have an extra minute before I clock in, I'll read it real quick to start my day off right. So, but anyways, I think I showed you guys this, not just the soup, but at Target I got the Hearth and Hand. When they had the 25% off last week, I got the Hearth and Hand Dutch oven, and I love it. So this is the first time I've used it, but I made that yummy soup. So I'm sorry I got off of what I was talking about so much, but I just wanted to show y'all all the things I've gotten recently, and I just I miss you guys. So I love talking with y'all and all the sweet little compliments and comments that you guys give me. I just enjoy talking with y'all. I want to show you this too. I've only got a few spices in here because I just bought some today at Target in my pickup order, but this is the old, very old vintage spice rack that I purchased from a friend, and these are bottles that I got from the thrift store a few months ago. I don't remember if y'all, I don't know if y'all remember that haul, but it was, there's a big one, and then there was 5 little ones. It's actually 7 little ones, I think. So, got some cilantro here. I'll put some parsley in one, and like my multi-seasoning in there, but it's just so convenient. You can just open it and pinch it right out, and it's just great. So I love having it there, and that's my old what do you call it, a pastry board here, and it holds a sorry, I cannot, let me turn this around again, y'all. Sorry, that was not pleasant. I'm sorry. It usually holds my sweet little one of the sweet little rolling pins. This is an old dough bowl I keep in here, and my little bouquet of white sunflowers, eucalyptus, and a little spray of things. And there's my sweet little Lillian Rose there with her. I was going to order more of a fall one, but I thought this is perfect because sunflowers are my favorite. And there's my handy dandy thieves that I always keep out. So, but I brought a little bit more copper in for fall. I don't know if y'all saw it. Yeah, y'all saw it over there when I was showing you my pumpkin pie thing. And then this is, you know, this is always my favorite thing to decorate with my scales and my, this recently, I got this from Amazon recently. It's just a plate rack from Creative Co-op. And ooh, these are my thrifted dishes, my little independent Ironstone ones. This is an old egg scale that my mom gave me right before she passed. And this is, I don't know, I think it's some sort of a scraper. It has a handle here. Whoops, I'm going to mess up everything. I need to put it back. Okay, obviously I don't use this, so there we go. It's got a handle on it anyways, but let's leave that alone. These are Hobby Lobby pumpkins that I bought last season, I think. And this is that sweet little acorn and pine cone mix that I bought at Hobby Lobby. This is an old, not old, but old for me, honey jar. This is a sweet little old kitchen timer that I thrifted. And of course my cow creamers that I've gotten at separate times. And I got some Ironstone bowls up there and some little pumpkins. This is a thrifted little copper sugar creamer set. And my old Clover Bloom cheese. It's one of those cheese boxes. And a pumpkin. My sweet little thing, I remember I showed y'all this. I did see that at Hobby Lobby again this year, I think. But there's my bowls. Like this bowl, I have 1, 2, 3. I think I have 3 of them so far. I don't know if I can put this up there. I'm probably killing that that little cake stand right there with all that weight, but anyway, so there's my sweet little, I have some I can't talk, butter molds right there, and the sweet little, I love these little individual creamers. I just think they're sweet. And there's some nutmeg grinders and a nut grinder there, and these sweet little butter molds. Those are little miniature ones for just, and this is the little Hobby Lobby egg holder, my thrifted knives, and all my thrifted, all this white stuff is the independent Ironstone. I remember me thrifting this beautiful coffee grinder, and I have another little moo cow creamer up there. And my favorite, one of my favorite thrifted pieces ever, that little sugar shaker. And I have another, let me just take this off so y'all can see it. And this doesn't fall on my head, maybe. Please don't follow me. Obviously, I don't use this cabinet much. I just love to decorate it, but I don't really have anything to hold those in there, which is okay with me. That's a very large coffee grinder right there. And my sweet little, this is the nut grinder that I got off of Macari. This is a little creamer with 2 different nutmeg spice grinders, whatever you call them, graters. And I love this. This is just a, hold on. See, isn't that pretty? I love the wood with the white. I think that's just absolutely gorgeous. And of course, another dolly. And these sweet little, I love these individual creamers. I have 2 platters back there. One's got this thing right there to make it kind of decorative, and that one's just a platter. I have 2 oval platters right there, and the little, what's that thing called? I don't know, soup tureen or something. Lots of those pretty plates. And I have a dough bowl with a candle in it. Some of my salt and pepper and cinnamon shakers back there. I have a lot of salt and pepper. My husband says, why do you need that many salt and pepper? I'm like, because I like them. This is a set of 2 thrifted older little mini muffin tins. And a Raydon recipe box back here. And this one, okay, it's down now. Another egg scale, and I have a pretty good collection of these, which a lot of these are in my shed, but I have those old graters, and I love how old they look. But I have salt and pepper shakers of different kinds there, and there's all my bowls, and I love old. Some of these aren't even old. Gosh, my arm's getting tired here. The wooden utensils, I just love those. And I have all real wood mashers, but these are the few that were for sale, because you can't really see them in the cabinet, that were for sale at Michael's last spring, I think, that's in the spring. So I got a couple of those, and I ordered them on, for store pickup, and I was like, well, they don't look that great, but, I just keep them in there, so can't really tell much. But that's my beloved hutch. I just love this thing. I've had it for almost 20 years, but it's something I really enjoy. I've actually repainted it, and I really enjoy it since I painted it white. But here's my big dough bowl with pumpkins just spilling out of it, and I left my regular greenery up there. Just love it. So I know y'all saw this in my part 1 of my home tour, but I made this little sign, and it was black and white, and then I took some like stain, because I wanted it more to be brown, and because this area is real brown and white and beige over here. Well, I took the stain and stained over it. Now you can barely read the words, but it kind of looks vintage, so it'll work. I don't care. I've moved my fern over here into a pretty, it was just one of the magnolia crocks, but it looks really good there, so at least I think so. And there's my couple of antique bread boxes. This one is not antique, but this one definitely is very old. And my old butter churn there that I got off Facebook Marketplace. I have a collection of, I don't know if you can see them there, but I have a collection of 1, 2, 3, 4 picnic baskets, and these old rustic pumpkins. I don't even remember where I got them. I think I bought them at a craft fair. And this is probably one of my favorite little displays. I got this recently at a thrift store when we were in one of the beaches anyways, Flagler Beach. But I have those 3 thrifted vintage bowls there. And my sweet favorite Dundee marmalade jar because I paid $4.99 for it at the thrift store. That's probably my favorite ever thrift store purchase, but I'm sure I have a lot more. I also have 2 little sweet butter pats that I got off Macari there. I actually have, yeah, it was just 2. Maybe I have 2 more somewhere else. I can't remember, but and a sweet little pumpkin there. I don't know why I'm showing y'all all these details, but I'm really chatty tonight. I don't know why. I have one of these scoops. I heard a friend talking about it, and I wanted to make sure she got one because she was talking about it on Facebook or something, Instagram, and she wanted one, and I was going to give her mine, but she's had one apparently. She recently got it. This is a pestle, you know, the mortar and pestle. These are just some sweet little flowers because I love little yellow flowers. I have some old spoons here, old, not just old spoons, but old silverware in that little picture. A little pumpkin, my little tiny vintage flower frogs, and 2 more right here. And another, this is a little butter pat, but it's got a little individual creamer, which is so tiny there. I love it. And I have one of the, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of this, but one of the girls told me, and I was so thankful that she told me because I had it down as something else, but an old clock. This is an old scale that I thrifted, and it was, oh, I shouldn't have painted it, but it was just an ugly color. It was an ugly yellow color, just dingy looking, so I painted it. And this is one of those pour over coffee things. Oh, I was looking for this. That's my pumpkin cutting board back there. Huh, that's funny. So this is the other side here. This is just off of Amazon. It has each season that it, you can change out the little picture and the saying. This is one of my very favorite. Look how stained it is. It's I got that off of Macari not very long ago, and I just love it. I have more of those bobbins. Is that what it's called? Bobbins? I think so. And a little old scale and 2 little tiny butter pats right there. I just love those. This is one of those little, the little tiny breadboards, you know, whatever they're called, from Hobby Lobby. And anyways, I just love my little collection there. There's my sign that I don't know if I messed it up or not, but there it is. Let me come over here. And I recently brought this the little board, noodle board, I guess. It's very, very old, but I brought it out. It was in my closet. I wasn't using it because I don't like to have anything on my stove that I have to take off every time. So, and this is a very, very old antique, huge. It's as big as my cabinet here. Dough board or whatever it's called. I just love it. And my sweet little homemade pumpkin pie. I think I got this from Dollar General. I saw it the other day when I was in there. So in my KitchenAid, I got a couple of gooseberry patch. This is my favorite one right here. It's a fall one, and you know fall's my favorite. In Flavors of Fall, I bought that a few years ago from Macari. I have an old, oh, not an old, it's not old at all, but it's a cutting board back there. And my sweet little knitted pumpkin that I bought from, it's got something on it, bought from Joann's, I think. My pumpkin spice coffee. There's another one of those bowls too. I think I may put it over here, but a couple of mango wood bowls, and it's just a couple of Ray Dunn bowls. And I got this, I thrifted this recently. I really don't like them decorative like this, but I just like the shape of it, and it's very old too. It didn't have a marking, but you can tell it's very old. So, oops, my puppy's raising heck over there. I have a couple of pictures here. Neither one of those are old. These are genuine antique what do you call them? Mashers, potato mashers. And I have my sweet little fresh baked pie served daily. I had to get that off of Macari because I saw it and I wanted it, and it was way past when it was for sale at a store. You know, the store it was originally, I don't even know which one it was originally at, but, and my sweet little individual creamer collection. I have more than that, but those are some of my favorites. Just love the size. And the other one that I have by itself over there is one of my favorites as well, but this is probably my favorite thing in this kitchen. I just, you know, in this dining room, I just love this one little, and of course these two shelves are off of, from Hobby Lobby. And my husband bought me this years ago when we were first married, and I just love it. So I'm glad I got a white one, but it's well loved and well used. So and these are two little milk glass bowls too. I love those. Well, anyways, that's enough chatting for now. I've been on here for 45 minutes, but again, thank you guys so very much for watching. And I was a bit discouraged because I've been doing this for a little while and I still don't have very many followers, but and I compare. I look at a lot of the other people, and they have you know, already 10,000 subscribers or 2,000 subscribers. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? But if y'all know of anything that I can improve, I was doing videos like 3 times a week, and it didn't change any. So if y'all know of any suggestions, I just don't want, I mean, I love the people that follow me and interact with me, and I absolutely adore them. I mean, just absolutely adore them. But I thought to myself, well, if not that many people are watching, should I continue on with it? But I think I'm gonna. I just enjoy it, and it really doesn't matter. I just enjoy entertaining and letting y'all enjoy what you see. So, gosh, I look tired, don't I? It's been a crazy work week. So many people have been out ill, and it's just been crazy. So I don't know if you guys remember, but I bought this at a thrift store last month, and it was a very orangey orange. So I painted it with chalk paint. Well, I cleaned it real good because it was really nasty. Painted it with chalk paint, and then scuffed off some of the paint, and I just love the way he looks. I just think he's so cute. I put a little candle inside of him. I'm going to get one of those. I have several of those, what do you call those things with the battery operated flameless candles. So but he's in my bathroom here, so he makes me smile when I come in here. So, he's just a happy little fella. He's always smiling.